So Prehistoric Kingdom has just come out with a brand new devlog number 32 for October of 2020, and this is going to be their first devlog that they've done in a little while there, and they even admit it in the devlog as you're going through it that they haven't done one of these in a little bit, and a lot has gone down and changed since then. So yeah, they just wanted to kind of update the community and everyone on what's going on, and I thought that'd be a great thing to kind of go over today on the channel, because I am, and many of you are, just dumb excited for Prehistoric Kingdom to come out. So yeah, let's go ahead and just kind of peruse through this a little bit, kind of read through some of the bullet points there, look at some of the highlights, and see what's going on with Prehistoric Kingdom. Now, a lot of this is like a recap, so if you're kind of familiar with it, maybe you'll kind of know some of this stuff, but at the end, they actually do tease some future stuff coming there, so it's all kind of fun to kind of go through there. So, state of development, the team. As keen-eyed fans may have noticed, Shadow Raven Studios has since been rebranded to Blue Meridian, the new and official name for our development studio. With an ever-expanding team and bigger aspirations, we felt that it was time for a new coat of paint that matched our ambitions. On the developer side, our team continues to grow with the addition of a new animator, Max. Some of you may have already been familiar with his work found over on Twitter, and we couldn't be more excited to keep the studio growing with fresh talent there. And there's, as you can see in the background, nice little video that I'm assuming is from Max there and the awesome animations that they are doing there. So, development report. The art and audio members have had their hands full these past few months, creating new buildings, the Wetland Biome, animals, animations, sounds, and music for the game. You saw and heard the fruits of their labor in our latest trailer, showcasing the passion our team is putting into this project. The programmers aren't messing around either. Fences, paths, animals, AI, modular building, and water rendering continue to receive further work, whilst power management started development in the background. Ooh, fun. In terms of optimization, a flexible voice management system for audio was developed and integrated to ensure that the game sounds great and performs well in dense scenes. Very, very nice there. Definitely look at the development report photo that we have there, kind of see everything they're kind of working on in the background and stuff there. So, next up for development highlights, they just shared this picture, I believe it was yesterday. Today is Halloween as we are recording this and getting all this information for this devlog. I believe it was yesterday they shared this photo of this T-Rex or something else eating this pumpkin with this awesome dynamic lighting. And yeah, we have modular building for lighting. An assortment of recolorable lights can be used to make your park more interesting at night. In this spooky Halloween environment, creative uses of coloring can help change the mood of an area in an instant. Yeah, again, the lighting looks fantastic in this game. The lighting engine is perfect. Though lamps and similar objects will only turn on at night by default, players can enable an option that forces them to stay lit regardless of the time. So hello, building some houses and some interiors and stuff. Modular building, decorative plants. Ah, right up our alley. What's the point of building a zoo if you can't spend hours detailing the park with gardens? Our art team's got you covered with these addition of decorative tropical plants and world space mulch shapes. These fancy items can be scaled without the issues of texture stretch, making them an ideal solution for all your flower bed needs. Oh man, I always forget that you can stretch things in this game and it'll still look great. It'll still look really good. But I was going to say that, yeah, if you play Planet Zoo, you'll know that these look exactly like the Planet Zoo textures and mulch pieces from the game, which is just fantastic. So there you go, a nice little tropical decorative planter box there. So unlike regular flora, these vibrant plants are purely decorative, meaning they won't contribute to an exhibit's foliage density. Aha, so you have to worry about that stuff. The Wetland Biome. The Wetland Biome is home to many amazing creatures. Though there's a few more trees to create before it's done, plants like the Amazonian giant lilies, small lily pads, mangroves, reeds, and cypress already make an exhibit feel appropriately swampy. Yeah, and speaking of the swampy, the cypresses and everything, oh, I love this swamp feel to it, and this just looks amazing there. So once the biome is complete, a final overview image will be available in a later devlog. So there you go. These are still kind of some not alpha, I don't know, they're just in early stages there of development. So we'll come back and look at a final picture of that when that devlog comes out there. So improved terrain blending. All biomes were updated to make enhanced use of height-based texture blending to better mix and match various ground types in a realistic fashion. And yeah, those look really, really good there, all those ground textures. So there you go. So structure showcase. Get to know the buildings of Prehistoric Kingdom with structure showcases. Traditionally featuring one building per month, these spotlights provide a quick look at new architecture from multiple angles. So the first one we have here is the Industrial Power Station. This key utility provides power for the park by contributing to local power grids, allowing guest facilities, infrastructure, and electrified fences to keep the lights on. Yeah, we want to make sure the fences stay on. So really, really cool detailed looking buildings there. So even though we're, it's not all modular building and everything, some of the pre-built buildings that they have here for facilities and stuff look really, really good there. I like that it's not just a square box, basically. So like some other games like to do. Mini exhibits. Aha, this is what I'm very, very excited for here. Designed to meet the optimal needs for its specialized inhabitants, mini exhibits bring a selection of tiny animals to the park. Beginning with the Microraptor, which we saw in the trailer, players are able to customize the environment preset, temperature, lighting, and material of its home inside the brand new mini aviary. Now I like that they specified that it's a mini aviary, and I believe that we'll... So yeah, first off, now it sounds like we're not going to be able to customize, like build a custom aviary, which I kind of expected that. I know some people on forums were kind of thinking we might be able to build a totally modular aviary. That seems like it would be awesome if we could, but that seems pretty far out there to do that, so... But yeah, I like how they do mini aviary here, because I believe that we'll be able to get like larger ones, maybe like a small one, a medium aviary, large aviary, extra large or something for different size animals and stuff. And then yeah, we're gonna be able to do the environmental presets, temperature, lighting, and materials of its home. So Planet Zoo, that sounds like it's a lot of the same that Planet Zoo does, but maybe it'll be a little bit more in depth than that. So yeah, we'll see what we can kind of switch out there. So really great views of the mini aviary and the what was it, the Microraptor? Yeah, the Microraptor there. So and let's see, the news roundup, they're talking about the trailer and the alpha, which is arriving in Q2 of 2021 still. So there is that. Talking about working with the amazing Nigel Marvin, who did the voiceover for the trailer. Mini exhibit, early access launch roster. Talking about the 22 dinosaurs that are coming out because they want to focus on quality over quantity. I believe that there were supposed to be maybe double the number of dinosaurs that were releasing with early access, but they've notched it down to 22. And again, they're just saying they want to do it for the sake of quality rather than quantity, which I guess that makes sense there. So there you go. And then key launch features for early access, we're going to be looking at, so apart from the animals, players will be engaging with creative tools, management features, and progression loops during their time in Prehistoric Kingdom. So for animals, we have 22 adult species, a mini aviary, and basic AI. And again, this is just for the early access launch. So creativity will have fences and paths, 150 plus modular pieces that are all scalable. Terraforming and 3 maps. For management, we'll have staff will have a keeper, animal and guest welfare, guest facilities and resources, and progression will have excavations and research there. Designs for management and progression mechanics have been locked down with implementation already started on a few core components like power and power management. Once those new features have spent enough time in the oven, we'll be sure to showcase them here in the future devlog. So yeah, just hammer it over your head, hammer it over the head there that this is all for launch, right? Early access launch stuff there, not the actual full game kind of stuff. So, and then lastly, what we teased at the beginning, they have a thing for future content at the very bottom of the devlog there. During our time in early access, we'll be looking to build upon our foundations, adding new content such as breeding, growth, and expanded behaviors, and more. So yeah, as you see here in the picture for future content to be determined, we have breeding and growth, create the next generation of dinosaur, new behaviors, hunting, fleeing, and fighting, expanded mechanics, weather, disease, more challenging breakouts, expanded management, additional staff and player considerations, expanded roster, brand new creatures for your kingdom, and many more there. So there you go. Then at the very end of it, if you like to look, there's some community spotlights for things that the community has kind of either done for art or whatever else there. But yeah, that is the kind of bulk of it, as the meat and potatoes, as they say there, for the brand new devlog for Prehistoric Kingdom there. So yeah, what do you think of the kind of overview and the future stuff coming there? What are your thoughts on the small aviaries? That's what kind of caught my eye the most, is that the description of these small aviaries and what we'll be able to do to it. Again, it kind of feels like a lot of the same with Planet Zoo and the small exhibit animals, where you can kind of mess with the temperature, maybe add in some plants to it. Maybe it'll be a bit more freeform, but we'll see. So yeah, what are your thoughts? What are you most excited for Prehistoric Kingdom? If you can even boil it down to one thing. I think I have like a top 10 list at this point, basically. So, but yeah, thanks so much everyone for hanging out. If this is your first time hanging out with us, don't forget, hit that subscribe button there. Stay up to date with all the fun, Prehistoric Kingdom news and Planet Zoo builds, all the fun stuff coming on the channel there. Also hit the like button, helps out the channel, helps the video get some more traction and everything there. So, hey, thanks so much everyone for hanging out. And until the next video there on Prehistoric Kingdom, have a good one.